Hello, I'm Ulf at HoboRec, and today we're going to talk about Stam Audio 1073 microphone preamp. So welcome. We're going to talk about the Stam Audio 1073 preamp. I had the pleasure to get my hands on a review unit of this, and I can say now that I'm really sad that I had to pass it on to Paris last week. I already had the Stam Audio LA2A style compressor since before, so my expectations were kind of high, and I must say that I'm not disappointed. The 1073 preamp from Stam Audio comes with two choices of transformers. The stock one is a Carnhill. You also get a choice to choose a Sowter output transformer, which is a little bit more expensive, but could be a better choice for some people. So, of course, I had to make some comparisons, and I spent a day just recording different stuff in my studio, mostly distorted guitars and bass, because that's what I do mostly. But I also had the pleasure to get a visit by Madicken from the band Escaping Elephants. She helped me out with doing some recordings from the different preamps and a bunch of other preamps I have in the studio to see what the difference is. As I said, I compared the two channels on the 1073 preamp, the Carnhill and the Sowter transformer. And first I have to say that I am a believer that the microphone preamp, overall, different preamps they sound different, but the difference are really slight and subtle. You can get a much bigger difference by choosing different microphones and stuff like that. But I think it's important to know the color or the sound of your preamps, because I have a bunch of different, and I really do make different choices depending on what I'm going to record and what context it's going to be. So I want to show you here the two different channels and compare them a little bit and see what you think. Hopefully YouTube doesn't fuck up the sound. So in my opinion, the Sowter channel is a little bit more vintage sounding. It's a bit darker, not necessarily more bottom end, but it has a darker sound, and the top end is a bit smoother.
We are sitting in a boat in the ocean, don't know where we're going now. I've been thinking about this since forever. Can you tell me how you find the way, not losing direction? 'Cause I feel the Lord show me the way.
The difference is not huge, as I said, but it's there, and I really prefer the Sowter channel. I also made a rough drum recording to try it out a little bit. It's only one microphone in front of the drum kit to compare the different channels. And also here I found the same thing. The Sowter channel is a bit more darker sounding and more vintagey or rounder, or how you would prefer to say it, I'm not sure. But another difference is also the response in the low end. I have an example here where I have a slight compression on it, and I also pushed up the 30 hertz. And you can really hear that the low frequencies is a bit faster in the Sowter transformer, and also you can hear on the hi-hat, the hi-hat sounds a bit lower in tune because it's a bit darker, and also you can hear the thump of the kick drum. It's a bit faster on the Sowter, and on the Carnhill transformer it's a bit more bright, and the low end is a bit more smeared. It's still sounding really good, but it's not as punchy. To make things a little bit interesting, I also compared it to my Golden Age mic Pre-573 that I have in the studio. I would consider the Stam Audio 1073 to be in a kind of higher league together with the more high-priced 1073 clones, since it's really well made and made with high-quality components like the Wishay and polystyrene capacitors. It has the Marconi knobs and a choice of two high quality output transformers and high quality input transformers, where the Golden Age has the more low priced Chinese counterparts. But for some reason, it's in the same kind of price range as the Golden Age, so I think it's in place to make a comparison there too. And I have to say that the Golden Age performs pretty good for what it is. I found one difference that really stood out, and that was not for the Golden Age Advantage. When I was trying to record distorted guitars on moderate levels, on moderate gain on the preamp, it sounds good and it sounds similar. When I was trying to push the gain of the microphone preamp, which you probably would like to do from time to time when you have a transformer-based preamp with the output trim. At least I like to push the gain and see what comes out of it. And on the Stam Audio 1073, I really felt that I got a bit more fat-driven sound of the guitar. But on the Golden Age, it's just crapped itself and distorted like, I don't know. I will give you an example here so you can hear for yourself. When doing this, the gain knob of the preamps was on about 60, and the trim knob was on exactly the same. So the output volume of the preamps was equal, because I thought first maybe the Golden Age has a lot more gain. That's why it's distorting like this, but it's the same. It just sounds broken. After my tests here, or review, or what do you want to call it, I would rank the preamps pretty much like this. In first place, I put the Stam Audio 1073 with the Sowter transformer because I think it's the most vintage sounding. It's soft but still really punchy. On second place, I will have the Stam Audio 1073 with the Carnhill transformer because it still sounds really good and really sweet on vocals and stuff like that. It's just like a pinch more modern sounding, which doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. On third place, in this case, I have the Golden Age Pre-573, which actually sounds pretty good in comparison, and that's not a bad thing for the Stam Audio. I think it's just a good thing for the Golden Age. But we have the thing I told you before, where it doesn't have any headroom. When you start trying to push the gain, the input gain of the preamp, it just sounds really bad. And for me, that's a big deal. Still sounds good, but also one step more towards the modern sounding area. So the prices are pretty similar for per channel you have here, but the Stam Audio 1073 is 2 channel and the Golden Age one is 1 channel. So if you don't need 2 channels, I can see why you would think it's a bit too expensive to spend the money on a 2 channel 1073 preamp. But I have good news for you, because I got an email from Stam saying that there is a 1 channel Stam Audio 1073 coming out soon, also with the choice of Carnhill and Sowter transformer. And I think the price for 1 channel with the Carnhill transformer will be $449, and with Sowter transformer it's $499. And the price for the unit I had here for review purposes, I think the price is about $990. But you should check out stamaudio.com for further information about this and the different choices of transformers and so on. I really enjoyed having the review unit here, and now I feel I have kind of a gap in my rack, and I probably need to get one for myself. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was useful for you, and please share with friends that are in the mood of shopping some new preamps or stuff like that maybe need some opinion on this. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments and help me to hit that like button to help me promote these videos. So see you later. Cheers.